Liam O'Leary of O'Leary Travel. How has the crisis evolved for you since the beginning of March?
Well, I suppose when we started out, there was a huge level of panic, but we've got all that under control now, and it's difficult. I'm working here in the office every day, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and I have some of my staff working remotely from home. Unlike some of the big brand names that we won't mention, that sound like they're Irish companies and might even have an Irish phone number somewhere, and people can't get through to them. We have been here, we've been answering our phones, we've been responding to our emails and getting back to our customers. And we're getting very positive feedback from our customers. By and large, they're very happy with what we've managed to do for them. We have managed to maybe resolve about 75% of our files to date. They're either refunded in full, transferred to 2021, or else they've got a partial refund. So, for example, if it was a dynamic package, we've got the refund from the accommodation, and we're just waiting on the refund now from the carrier, be that in the cash refund or a voucher. So, yeah, it's relatively smooth at the moment, we hope. But we haven't had any experience of that on so far. Now, that's not to say that they're not around the corner, that is the next bomb that's going to explode on us. But no, look, most people are understanding. The people who are waiting for their refunds from early in play, from the middle of March and the early part of April, they are starting to get a little bit less understanding now. When they ring the consumer affairs people, they're being told, well, you're entitled to your money back in X period of time. But that's not practical in the current environment. It's all, I don't need to explain to you or to the other people in the trade. It's all money going out. There's very little income coming in, and we just aren't able to refund it until we get the money in. But what we have been doing is, as we are getting the refunds in, we are sending that on straight away to our customers. So if the accommodation refunds it, we send it on straight away as a partial refund. And we explain to them that when the balance comes from the carrier, whoever it happens to be, that we will send that to them in due course as well. But that could take a period of time, as we all know. What we're doing is, what we've told our customers is that we're going to refund them the cash, because as we get the cash, we want to refund it to them, so they're starting with a clean slate. I know people are saying, okay, it's guaranteed and the government are going to stand over it, but people really want to have the cash in their hand. From the airlines, we need them to speed up the whole refund process. As I said, the EU regulations and package travel directive say, you're entitled to your money in a relatively short window of time, and it's very difficult to explain that to somebody who's getting cross about the length of time that it had to wait, that you have to wait for the airline, and saying that Michael O'Leary has 30 million refunds to process is of no use to Eoghan Corry when he's waiting for his money because maybe he's lost his job or whatever it happens to be. From the supplier's point of view, I suppose it's important that we be able to get ourselves and our staff out to some of the more popular destinations to go through the whole airport check-in process, the onboard process, the transfer at the far side. What's it going to be like at the pool? What's it going to be like at the beach? That if we have real life first-hand experience that we can bring back to our customers and say, well, we were there last week, or some of our team were there last week or last month, and this is what it's actually like. I think that will be hugely important, because I do think that there is probably some money in the economy with the pandemic payments that have been made under one guise or another, and hopefully people haven't spent all that maybe they've put a little bit aside that they can use to maybe travel in the future. I'm not sure there's going to be much business done for the rest of 2020. There will be a little bit for the back quarter of the year, but not huge. But I do expect that 2021 is going to be a very busy year, particularly as I look out on the main street here in Enniscorthy this evening, and the wind is blowing and the rain is falling. We need more of that weather now. We are very happy with our broker with Accent in general. It has gone very well for us so far. We've had one or two small issues, but to be fair, they've been resolved. The last one was only on Thursday or Friday of last week, and we believe that the customer will have been paid by the end of this week. They did wriggle around a little bit, but when we made the phone call and explained the circumstances to Craig, he got on the case, and very positive, I have to say. We are paid on the next banking day. So there has been no issue. I know other people maybe are having issues with that and are being asked for bonds, etc. But no, to date, no problem with that. It's all very positive. The 14-day quarantine, that needs to be resolved and resolved very quickly. And the Department of Foreign Affairs avoid non-essential travel notice. Those both need to be lifted because really, we're not really going to be in a position to advise people correctly until that's out of the way. That definitely needs to go. And secondly, our suppliers need to take us hand in hand now, and we need to get ourselves and our staff out there to the main hotspots, see how things are in real life, experience the whole A to Z from the time you get on the Wexford bus, say, to go to Dublin Airport, and you go through check-in, you get on board the aircraft, and the whole process until you get back home to wherever it is that you live. We need to experience that firsthand, and to be able to show our clients, yes, this is actually what's happening and this is what you can expect. That's what they expect of us, and that's why they're coming to us. They're coming to us for our expertise and our added value. I believe that 2021 is going to be positive. I think that people will want to travel. It's going to be quiet for the end of the year. We're just going to have to struggle on through as best we possibly can, all of us. I hope there won't be too many closures on. It's getting very difficult for people. It has to be getting very difficult for people. And I suppose there's probably lots of our colleagues are saying, am I ever going to open my door again? Or what's the new normal going to be? You know, are we all going to be working by appointment, or is it going to be by Zoom? Or how are we going to do what we have done? The days of having, 10 or 15 people queuing on your shop floor, those are gone. And the public are going to have to get used to that. Maybe now is the time to pivot and to change the way we've been doing things. And rather than, letting people come in on our shop floor and take up our time and being a glorified tourist information office, we are open for business on the phone and on Zoom, by email, etc. And, we will be encouraging people to make appointments to us, and we will be actively looking at, well, can we charge an upfront fee for this, even if it's only a tenner on, to get it started, to get into people's heads that we're not a free information service anymore. The trade chats in the UK, that they're now actually starting to do that, £20 sterling or something for a consultation. And I think everybody has been afraid for somebody else to jump, but I think we all need to kind of jump now. This is a new dawn. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for a fresh start. If you go back to when we all started out, people didn't really have much option. They had to go to some travel agent or other, by and large, to do what they wanted to do. Whether that was to get on a bus, Slattery's bus from Tralee and go to London, or they wanted to get on the Steniland boat below in Rosslare or whatever. 90+% of them ended up coming to a local travel agent somewhere or other. And the same if they were booking Garuda going down to Australia or whatever, they went to a travel agent. Now that has all changed, and sometimes we're being used as an information service, and we need to get paid for that. And now is the time for people to say, right, we're going to charge for our time. And then obviously you offer it as a credit or whatever towards their booking, if they subsequently come back and make the booking. But if they go off with the information under their arm or in their head, well, off they go, but at least you've got something for it. All of our time is too valuable now. And look at the pressure that all of us have been put under in the last 3 or 4 months since this evolved, and all the responsibility that little old travel agents all around the country are carrying. It's unbelievable, the amount of pressure that we have been put under, and we're responsible for everything.
Thank you very much, Jim O'Leary of O'Leary Travel.